SkyALERT Weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Frank.
Right now at this time, our temps are fairly uniform. 64 Mexicali, that's the mildest. 67 in Yuma, the same as El Centro. And the reason for that is we have more moisture in the air and it's harder for us to cool off as quick. 42-degree dew point, 47 in Imperial. That's come up quite a bit throughout the day. And we're at 40% humidity, as we saw 23 just a couple of hours ago. Our winds are still up in the Imperial Valley, 15 to 20, whereas we're closer to 10 miles per hour along the Colorado River. Streaming in clouds, although we're in a clear spot at the moment, we'll see more as LA starting to see a few light rain showers. That's a sign of things to come. We haven't seen rain in that area for quite some time. Here, just about 2 months, and overnight 47 to 57 with a west breeze of 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a little breezes overnight will lead to more tomorrow. 55, a cloud around. We'll see those clouds multiply throughout the day. 15 to 20, gusts of 25, and then finishing at 30 mile per hour gusts. We'll still finish at 79, however, on the thermometer, 57 to 74, 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze in Yuma. So very nice, but here's this cyclone really providing quite a bit of rainfall for the northern and even central and borderline Southern California regions. This is not the one that's going to affect us. We are seeing clouds. We've talked about that throughout the last several days. SkyALERT Pacific Region satellite. There it is, storm number 1. Passing by, clouds, moisture, we see it. But here's the second one. We've been monitoring this area for development for several days now in the SkyALERT Weather Center, and here it is. Cold front, low pressure. This is the one that's forcing our way as we head towards the end of the week. Here's what we can expect. Watches and warnings, already seeing it ahead of this storm system between Thursday in the evening through Saturday evening. We're seeing not only a flash flood watch in the mountains, but a high wind watch as well. So if you're doing any traveling now on I-8 headed to San Diego, beware or let someone know. It's going to be a little bit more dicey than usual, especially if you're in a high-profile truck. Gusts of 65, even 70 miles an hour in some of those canyon passes. Precision cast showing by the morning time a few clouds around. I think we're going to thicken up more than precision cast is indicating. And as we roll throughout the rest of Thursday, we see showers multiply even off the coast. Then as it rushes in our area, that low pressure center that we just mentioned in Pacific Satellite moving our way. Look at the heavy rainfall for LA that the models are picking up on. And then as we head into Friday, still seeing some rain up and down north on 95. For us, I think we're going to fill in just a little bit more than that. We're not going to see as much rain as LA and San Diego and El Cajon. Some of those areas are, but we've got ample moisture that's going to drive up from a subtropical region, and that's what's going to allow us to see a little rain. As far as rainfall totals are concerned, we look at Ocotillo, perhaps a stray shower Thursday that comes off the mountains. I don't think it's going to affect our area. But then as we head towards Friday, the rainfall totals starting to creep up towards 1/4 of an inch. Even as we see 1/100 of an inch throughout portions of Imperial County, those areas will see it sooner before it spreads throughout the entire viewing area and further up to the north. Now, just because Yuma and Dateland and Welton and Tacna and Roll are not on this doesn't mean we're not going to see rain. But the computer models are not picking up on it. We're going to see lighter rain that will eventually start to creep into our area. As far as the main threats out of this system, flooding a fair amount because we haven't seen rain in quite a while, and we may see more rain in areas more prone to it, such as San Luis and the foothills. Wind for sure. We're going to see gusty winds upwards of 40 miles per hour. But somebody asked me, are we going to see any threat of tornadoes or anything like that? By no means. This is just a rain event, and we'll see a 90% chance of it by Friday, 75 degrees. Saturday, 70 with a 60% chance that lingers throughout the day. The system flushes its way out of our area on Sunday, and we'll see 72 before we start to warm up by next week. Our average high of 76, well below it, 90% on Friday, and then a 70% chance on Saturday. It's not going to be a complete washout by any means, but we will see rainfall in the area this weekend. Of course, we're going to keep a close eye on it and have the latest for you, and I will send it back to you, Stephen Manoa.